Anime spoilers, by the way. Now, guys, I have to talk about the latest episode of Blue Lock because I genuinely don't think I can control the level of hype I'm just feeling after watching this. Now, to be fair, I already have a good idea of what would happen because I'd already read the manga, but nothing prepared me for the thrill I'd experience from seeing those panels live. Now, for those of you guys who don't have context, Blue Lock is a sports anime about football, and the idea is that Japan is currently struggling with football based on the current culture. So they create a unique training program known as Blue Lock with the intention of creating the world's best striker for the Japanese football team. Now, I did a previous video about why I love Blue Lock, and if you guys haven't seen that video, feel free to go ahead and check that out. I'll link that in the description, but right now I want to talk about today's episode where Isagi has once again wasted no time in being an absolute menace on the field. So pretty much our protagonist is currently struggling against his former teammates who he played along with in Team Z, even though he has the combined strength of Seshiro Nagi, who I have to say is an absolute monster in his own right, and Baru, the king. Unfortunately, their potential is being crushed by the fact that Baru doesn't believe in, basically being a teammate. He refuses to bend his will even after losing to his current teammates. He doesn't want to acknowledge their skill, and he's fully prepared to lose just because he wants to stick to his ideology of being the main character in his style of play. Now, this is stressing out our actual hero Isagi, and I won't lie, he was taking it pretty well. Even while Nagi was absolutely tired of Baru's crap, Isagi was still willing to find ways to make everyone get along. I mean, after all, that's pretty much his job as a shonen protagonist. But once again, this anime wastes no time in always exceeding expectations. And not in some corny way, they really keep you on your toes. So pretty much, Baru and Nagi keep butting heads because Baru absolutely refuses to pass the ball to either Nagi or Isagi, so both of his teammates end up having to fight all the time. Meanwhile, Shigiri, Reo, and Kunigami are very well matched. Both Kunigami and Shigiri have amazing weapons, Shigiri with his super fast speed and Kunigami with his physical strength and long shot range. And Reo is the perfect mastermind to keep both his teammates balanced, and he feeds them with the perfect passes and balls that they need to score. So each time Isagi keeps trying to include Baru, without fail he does something extremely stupid, and Isagi tries multiple times to try and come up with some sort of resolution. So you think eventually they'd work something out, through the power of friendship. But it's when Isagi's back is against the wall and his dreams look like they're about to be crushed that he comes to the realization that some people are just assholes. He literally accepts that you can't change everyone's mind, and he does this on the pitch while playing a super intense match. And when he comes to this realization, he decides, listen, it's absolutely pointless to try and get through to Baru. Instead, he comes up with this crazy idea of completely devouring him. And I mean, at first it made no sense to me, but what he meant is he's basically going to use Baru like a toy, just like how he would use anybody else on the field, just like an opponent pretty much. He throws away all possibilities of cooperation and goes as far as using Baru as a diversion just to get his own goals. And this is where you see a totally different side of our protagonist. Also guys, if you've been enjoying this video so far, our YouTube data shows that only 0.1% of you guys are subscribed. So don't be a horrible team player like Baru. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss another video. Anyways, Isagi goes into total demon time. This guy's ego is definitely over 9,000. Now I really have to give it to our manga creator here because it's about time we see protagonists stop fighting with the power of friendship. Our dude straight up says, hey, some people are just bad people, and instead of trying to change them, we have to just get them out of our way, even going as far as to use them by any means necessary. He shows no mercy, and this bloodthirsty, edgy side of our protagonist is a real show of what it means to have ego. It's not about winning with just love or all the other good stuff. And don't get me wrong guys, it's not like I hate good stuff. It's just that sometimes these characters can behave so weird. It's like someone would massacre an entire family, but the protagonist just wants to hug it out. And I'm like, finally, a guy comes along who really gets it. I mean, look at this frame. This frame is my favorite frame from the entire episode. I mean, this right here is just a sheer show of badassery. And it's at this point, it's just what I expect from this anime. I love watching Isagi evolve each week, and I love the fact that it's not because he's some exceptional prodigy born with the best skills. It's literally just a guy with average or even slightly above average playing skills, but he's willing to put in the work and he has the brain power to think far beyond a lot of players. I mean, when they call this guy a genius, I really think that is exactly what he is. His thinking ability on and even off the pitch is what sets him apart. He wants to win and he's able to come up with new strategies even in the heat of battle, even while facing up against opponents who are superior to him physically in every way. But his instincts really make this guy an outlier, and that's why I love Blue Lock. Isagi completely humbled the king with his brain and even went as far as to call him a donkey. And trust me, after we see where these guys are coming from, it's totally full circle. Isagi was completely obliterated the first time he met Baru, and he's always looked up to him as a serious player. So to see him not only beat this guy, but now he has him on his team and doesn't even consider him useful enough for support. I mean, I'd love to hear what you guys think down below, but let me know in the comments. And if you guys haven't watched this episode, definitely go and check it out and come back here and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching.